Hey there, my name is Sarah Kaminsky. I'm super excited to have you here. I am a 30-something mom. I am a plant-based food blogger, certified holistic health and lifestyle coach, and you're here because you want a simple solution to apply to your life today that has the potential to change the course of the rest of your life, and I have it for you. So I know that your time is super valuable. Let's just dive right in.
All right, everyone, welcome. We should be in presentation mode. I'm excited to dive in. So you are in the right place. If you feel like you're too busy to plan home-cooked meals, if you're really ready to eat in a way that not only gives you energy, but that you can actually sustain for the rest of your life, it doesn't feel like deprivation. And if you're really wanting to eat and cook healthier, more balanced meals, but you're really just maybe feeling overwhelmed or you just don't know where to start. And I promise you, it does not have to be bland and boring. If you're bored with diet foods and really want to incorporate meals that aren't just steamed and bland or taste like cardboard, you are in the right place. Before we dive in today, I wanted to share a little backstory. In my 20s, I ate skinny ice cream treats, 100-calorie packs, lean cuisine, smart ones, healthy choice soups, and frozen entrees. I tried diet pills, weight loss shakes, and I tried not eating all day. And I was not skinny, I was not healthy, and I was not lean. I was hangry. See, the thing about weight loss supplements, pills, and other quick fixes is as soon as you stop taking them or following the crazy low-calorie or deprivation plan, the weight comes right back. You know, this is where the term yo-yo came from. It's like running around in a hamster wheel. And I wondered why I couldn't get out of bed in the morning, why I struggled with constipation, and why I couldn't just get skinny. So let's fast forward to the present. I'm in my 30s. I have a family now. And I know from my own experience and the loads of money that I spent and basically threw away on foods that were deemed as healthy, pills, shakes, and diets filled with false promises, that all these things are not what you need to live healthier for the long term or to make changes that are easy to sustain for the long term. I now live a life of true food freedom. I have broken free from the diet mentality, and finally, for the first time in my adult life, I feel comfortable and confident in my skin. I've discovered a way to sustainable for the rest of my life, a way of eating that I can model for and teach my children, that my entire family loves. I'm done with quick fixes and pills and starvation diets. I'm done with prepackaged meals, and I am so excited to share this with you. You ready to learn what I did? I did it by eating real food with real ingredients. Yep, it's that simple. Just real food with real ingredients. So basically, trading this for more of this. And once I began consistently fueling my body with more whole foods, amazing things began to happen. My energy increased. The weight started to come off. The brain fog dissipated. Constipation disappeared. My libido increased. I was so amazed at the transformation I was experiencing that I began to study the power that food has on our bodies. What I learned was absolutely life-changing. When the body gets the nutrients it needs, our metabolic fire ignites, our hormones balance, pain dissipates, blood sugar, blood pressure, they normalize. And when taken care of, the body has the ability to put energy into what it does best, giving you energy. This is something I've become so passionate about that it's become my life's work. So here's a glimpse of what the standard American diet looks like. There's really no coincidence that the acronym is SAD, Standard American Diet. So if we're taking a look at U.S. food consumption really is a percentage of calories in this little pie chart, we can see that the bulk of the calories that Americans are consuming are coming from processed food. So these are things like processed things in the freezer aisle and baked goods, convenience foods. About 25% of the standard American diet is comprised of animal food. So this is not only going to include things like meat, but it's also going to include dairy, eggs, fish, and seafood. And we know that cholesterol is only found in animal foods. Sure, protein is absolutely a key component to a healthy, balanced diet, but eating too much can result in adverse health issues. Now, let's take a look at the smallest part of the pie chart. And if we're looking at that 12%, we notice that it's broken into two pieces. So about 6%, about half of that 12, is comprised of fresh plant foods. So these are things like fresh fruits and vegetables, legumes, so that's things like beans and lentils, nuts and seeds, and whole grains. And it's important to note that fiber is only found in plant foods. So it was no wonder I was experiencing so much constipation for all those years. Now that other 6% is things that are processed. So think like apple inside of an apple pie, or spinach in a spinach souffle, things like that. This is the result of the standard American diet. This is what the average school lunch looks like in the US. And this is what our kids are eating. This is what we're feeding our kids. This is the norm. This is what it should look like. So if we're looking at a really balanced plate, we should be building a plate half full of fresh fruits and vegetables. We should be incorporating some type of protein source. So whether that's a plant-based protein like a beans, lentils, tofu, or perhaps it's a pastured meat or egg or wild-caught fish, and we're always incorporating a healthy fat. We always invite unrefined carbohydrates as a +1 to our plate. Now, the rest of the world has this right. Let's take a look at some school lunches from around the world. Look how beautifully colorful, balanced these plates are. And just in case you forgot, this is what we're feeding our kids in the US. So let's take a look back. This is what a balanced, nutrient-dense plate looks like. And this is what we're feeding our kids. So the result of this is detrimental, right? We're getting sicker. Nearly 70% of Americans take some sort of prescription drug. Cancer rates have increased 63% in the last 100 years. Heart disease remains the #1 killer of Americans, increasing nearly 65% in the last 100 years or so. These stats come from the CDC. So are you guys ready for some solutions? Now, these are solutions that I've applied to my own life and solutions that you can begin to apply to your life today. You ready to dive in? So the first is to head into each week with a plan. We tend to just wing it. And so when we wing it, we fall into this sort of trap of convenience foods and takeout. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Ben Franklin said it best. So you have to head into each week with a plan. The second solution is to build a nutrient-dense plate during meals. And we talked about this, right? So when we're doing this by incorporating protein, healthy fats, and fiber, we're doing this by loading up our plate with fresh fruits and vegetables. We're always including a protein, whether that's plant-based or a pasture-raised meat, egg, or wild-caught fish. We're always incorporating a healthy fat. And we always are inviting an unrefined carbohydrate to our plate as a +1. The next would be to choose one plant-based meal per day. Now, this can start to seem really overwhelming, but really small shifts make a big difference. So maybe it's just eliminating the sausage with your breakfast. Perhaps it is trading out tofu or chickpeas for the poultry or fish that you're eating. Maybe it is bulking up some really incredible muffins to have for breakfast. The next is to tune into how you feel. I have noticed really this play out in my own life, and I see this with people all the time, is that we're totally out of tune with how we feel when we eat certain foods. So my energy, my digestion, my moods, my weight, and most importantly, my relationship with myself, right? When we're tuned into how we feel when we eat certain foods, we naturally just begin to make food choices that make us feel better, give us more energy, give us a better mood, help us to sustain and maintain our weight, regulate our moods, and heal our relationship with ourselves and our bodies. And most importantly, and this is the biggest one, is to start where you are. We so frequently bite off more than we can chew, and we try to take on too much at once. Instead of comparing yourself to what everybody else is doing, where everybody else is starting, just begin right where you are. It's exactly where you're supposed to be. So these are photos of people that have implemented some of the steps that we just touched on today and incorporated more nutrient-dense meals and plant-centered meals into their life. And here are some of the results that they're experiencing. Their energy is increased. Their skin is cleared up. They're no longer dependent on coffee. They're down pounds and inches. They have a new outlook on life. They have new ways to manage stress, and they're regularly meal planning. They feel energetic, healthy, and light. They've lost their binge eating patterns. They're tuned into their bodies. They've broken the cycle of emotional eating, improved focus, digestion. They're just happier overall. Their arthritic symptoms have dissolved, with their GI issues have resolved. They have improved relationships. They feel more confident. They've broken through plateaus. They're off of their cholesterol meds. And what they've learned and applied to their life has changed their mind regarding food forever. Pretty incredible, right? So how many of you guys feel 100% confident that you could walk away today and begin implementing some of the changes that we talked about? I have an opportunity for you to get back in the driver's seat. I know this can feel so overwhelming. Trust me, I've been there. So we have created a plant-centered meal plan designed just for you. If you're ready to learn to eat in a way that increases your energy, family will love. If you're too busy to plan home-cooked meals or you don't know where to start, this is for you. So you want to know what's included, right? Well, one breakfast recipe each week, one lunch recipe each week, and 3 dinner recipes each week. Now, a lot of people ask me, why aren't there enough recipes for 3 meals a day and 7 days a week? Well, because a lot of them would go to waste. This is about layering it in to keep you out of overwhelm and into action. We generally tend to bite off more than we can chew, take on too much too fast. This is where we begin to feel overwhelmed and we quit. Plus, not every one single body thrives from a 100% plant-based diet. This is about beginning to layer in some more plant-centered meals, all while keeping you out of overwhelm and into action. All right, so what else is included? Each week comes with a printable grocery list, breaking down exactly what you need from the grocery store by each area of the grocery store. The list also highlights pantry staples. These are great, not so perishable things to have on hand and things that you will use time and time again. You'll see some of those bold-faced here on the list. Many people find that they already have a lot of these staples in their pantry. Each list also includes what I call easy button hacks, where deemed appropriate. And these are great options for people who are really busy, who want to cut down on prep time, or who value convenience over budget. You can use these as you see fit. Also included is a primary macronutrient breakdown. And if you're like, macro, what? Well, macronutrients are basically the essential and bulk nutrients, so protein, carbohydrates, and fat, that the body requires on the daily for growth, energy, and health. I outline these in every single meal plan, and you'll also find fiber sources outlined. These are essential for optimal health and vitality. So for those of you that are interested in knowing where it's coming from in your food sources, you'll begin to understand where you're getting your protein, your carbohydrates, your fat, plus other important nutrients in your plant-centered meals. And also as a bonus, I'm gonna include a favorite kitchen hack from me each week. This is a personalized video from me where I'm going to share kitchen hacks, including anything from food prep, grocery shopping, food storage, life-saving kitchen gadgets, cooking techniques, and more. These will ultimately save you money, time, and so many headaches. Now, there are a couple of other frequently asked questions I get about the plan, so I'm going to go ahead and answer those right now. Now, like I said, not all bodies thrive from a 100% plant-based diet, but all bodies do benefit from incorporating more plants. This is an awesome way to incorporate more fresh fruits and vegetables into your diet. a great way to try new foods, great way to improve your health, your energy, and your vitality. If you are looking for bland, tasteless meals, this will not be your jam. It will not be a good fit. A lot of people want to know what kind of results they can expect, and where do I even begin? It's not uncommon for people to experience any combination of the following by incorporating more of our recipes into their diet. Physically, people experience lost weight in inches, lowered blood pressure, lowered cholesterol, balanced hormones, healthier hair, nails, healthier skin, lessened joint pain and regulated bowels. Mentally, people experience eliminated brain fog, increased energy, clear thinking, an overall sense of happiness, a regained sense of control, as well as reduced anxiety and depression. And another huge perk is that you're likely going to find that you're saving money by eating more meals at home, having a plan, and incorporating more plant-based proteins. You're going to have an overall lower grocery bill. These subscriptions are limited and they will fill fast. You're going to want to head right over to bit.ly/vegoutmealplan to enroll. Now, you might be wondering about the cost, and this is the best part. Ready? So 4 weeks of recipes like we talked about. Each week you get 1 breakfast recipe, 1 lunch, and 3 dinner, a detailed weekly grocery list, pantry staples, as well as easy button hacks, and the bonus weekly video from me is only $25. Now, to put this into perspective, you can take back your life, radiate health and happiness, and begin to layer in something that is so sustainable that you and your family will love for less than the cost of 1 Starbucks every week, 2 decent bottles of wine every month, a date to the movies, or a manicure. And that's pretty incredible, right? Now, because you're here and you're tuning in to this webinar, your first month is going to be discounted $5, meaning that your first month is only $20. You can head right over to bit.ly/vegoutmealplan and enter the code WINNING at checkout to access your first meal plan and dive right in. No obligation to continue month to month. If you begin and you feel like it's just not a good fit for you, no big deal. You can cancel at any time. You might be tempted to go and do another Google search or access another webinar. Listen, you don't need more information. You have information. What you need is action. So if you're looking for a way to plan home-cooked meals, eat in a way that you can sustain for the rest of your life, and if you want to cook and eat healthier, more balanced meals, and you just need a simple place to start, your time is right now. You can head right to bit.ly/vegoutmealplan to enroll. Don't forget to use your coupon code WINNING for your $5 discount. Thank you so much for joining us today. I know you're super busy and your time is valuable. These recipes have absolutely changed my life, my family's life, and they change the lives of dozens of people who subscribe. They have the ability to change your life too. I hope you had some powerful takeaways today and feel empowered to take action. If you have any additional questions, please just type them in the chat and I will get right back to you. This one decision could be the thing that changes this year for you. I cannot wait to stay connected.